I'm always interested. What is the hardest you've been hit in the ring, or the most painful thing you've experienced in the ring?
So I think this wasn't intentional. And I know this for a fact because he was
usually the case in these. People are always like, listen, I know they didn't mean to.
No.
Really.
There was no heat ever with this gentleman, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh,
I loved him like an older brother, such a sweetheart and a teddy bear. I had to do, I believe it was a run-in or something on him. I did something to him, or maybe I was already out there, but I had to get in there. And I said to him, what do you want to do to me? And he said, I'll think of something. Don't worry about it. And I trust the guys, right? So I'm just like, okay, do I have to look for anything? He goes, no, don't, just follow my lead. Okay, fine, right? So I see my cue and I get in there and he picks me up. Now I had just got my boobs done. I've had one breast augmentation, right? And now I don't have them anymore. That's just me now. But back then, I think I was like a month and a half in, right? Just got my boobs done. I get in the ring. He picks me up and presses me over his head.
No.
So I'm like 10 feet in the air. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, what is he going to do to me? I have no clue. And he just dumps me to the side. And I knew I fell in like 3 seconds, but it was the longest 3 seconds of my life. And I'm trying to pivot so I take a back bump. Because I'm like, okay, I'm going to bust. I just got, there were $6,000. I just bought them. I don't want to, I end up landing on my hip. And Paul never aired that. Because when I landed, you saw it pop out and pop back in. It was disgusting. We must have watched it 10 times at the studio. He didn't air it.
Oh my gosh.
I laid there and people thought I was selling, but I couldn't move my left side because I had broken my pelvis in 2 places.
Oh no.
So I get to the back and they took me right into the little dressing room. That was like the triple threat. It was right under the steps. It was that little tiny, if you know, the little tiny cubby hole. Guys, triple threat used to change in there. There was a table. They put me on the table and I was crying because the pain was excruciating. And Paul came in and he says, ambulance, you got to go. And I said, I'm not going. And he said, you have to go. And I said, Paul, I am not going to the hospital. And he said, if you can walk up those steps, which was the wooden staircase that he did the speech on, if you guys remember Beyond the Mat, he stood on those wooden stairs. He said, if you can walk up to the top of those steps, you don't have to go to the hospital. I go, yeah, all right. I stood up and I fell. I couldn't put any pressure on my left side. So Dr. Mark Allen, who was the podiatrist that was our doctor in the back.
Oh my gosh.
He came with me and got the x-rays. Yeah, I fractured it in 2 places and I was on crutches for like 7 weeks. They gave me morphine, I think, and Dilaudid, and they sent me back. And I didn't miss a week of work. I worked on crutches and it was a legit broken pelvis. So that was
That'd be brutal.
Really painful. And then like regular bumps, it was total elimination. I hate that. God bless Cronus, but his fat ass landed on my face every single time. And I was just like,
it was so brutal. It was. Because you were so little.
Yeah.
You were that was so a rough little. Oh my God. And like, listen, that leg sweep that he does, or that they did, that was smooth too.
Perry went low, Cronus went high, and Cronus had such a nice vertical leap, but he would land. Cronus had a big ass.
He was a meaty son of a bitch.
He was a big dude. Man. And he would always land right around my face. So like you're bumping your head and then you're getting smacked in the face by an ass cheek every single time. And I was just like, I love you, Cronus, but you're killing me.